Okay, we are back. You just heard Rise by 6 a.m., which is brand spanking new.
Oh, that song.
I don't know if you actually were listening on any other device, but I'm Not Jesus was on Report That.
I love that song.
I love that song too. Anyway, so just a reminder to anybody that is listening and wants to stay listening, after 9:30 we will be going into another episode, so to speak. Basically, we'll be restarting over because we don't want to pay the $20 to be 3 hours long with no interruptions. We are
not yet.
Maybe later, maybe someday, but today is not that day. So, we will let you know.
Yes, we're being cheap.
Yeah, we will let you know before we go off the air to refresh your page and go to episode 2. Or, episode 1 point whatever, I don't know. And
1B.
1B, 1C, as long as it's not B1.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry, I do. Anyways, we'll stay away from that because I personally do not watch TNA except last weekend.
Ugh.
Yes, but there was only one reason for that.
I know.
Alright.
We're gonna talk about the granddaddy of them all.
NXT TakeOver.
I mean, that would normally be right. Obviously, WrestleMania is coming up. It is the, quote, big one every year.
Yeah, and it always fails every year.
Oh my... honestly, I want to, say that it's been good the past few years. Obviously, we love the product enough to keep watching it, or we're just gluttons for punishment, and that's why we made this show to bitch about it.
Yep.
But WrestleMania 32 is coming very quickly, and we can't stop it. So let's talk about it.
Time. Okay, you know what? It's a time to air this.
All right, shut up, bitch. You gonna learn today.
You gonna learn today.
I love him.
I do too.
But anyways,
yeah.
Let's get right into it.
What is the first match on the list? Because you have the list and I don't.
I have the list. All 4 matches. All right.
All 4 matches.
All 4 matches. First is a triple threat for the WWE Divas title. Sasha Banks versus Becky Lynch versus the Queen, Charlotte.
Woo!
We collectively love Charlotte.
I do not give a rat's ass if you don't like her or if you don't like the fact that they're integrating her father into stuff. I love Charlotte because she can actually impress me in the ring.
Honestly, I think this might be the best women's match. And I'm not going to use the term diva because all 3 of these women are women wrestlers. They're not divas. They're not prissy. They're not little princesses. These chicks can go.
Pretty much. I mean, if you've seen any of their stuff in NXT, you will know that these women can hold the candle very high. And they will take the torch, they will run with it, and they will steal the show. Which is saying a lot considering the past few years of our Divas matches. I mean, I'm kind of getting sick of the whole gimmick battle royals and the whole, tag team matches, or just women in general who can't really wrestle that well. And, I have friends that like the Bella Twins. I obviously do not like them. Nikki is the better of the wrestlers out of the 2 of them. But, Brie, that was a fucking train wreck at that last pay-per-view.
Like I told Julie while we were watching the pay-per-view, the pay-per-view as a whole was not bad. There was a lot of good content, there was a lot of good matches, but the bad points honestly kind of ruined the entire pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And I honestly think that women's match was possibly one of the worst matches I've seen all year.
I have to agree, and it's incredibly sad because it's not even Charlotte. Charlotte was trying. Unfortunately, Brie doesn't really have enough physical tact to get into the ring and be very good. I mean, you could see how sloppy she was with her executions, and the only thing that she really had behind her were the yes kicks and the yes lock, which all came from her husband. So where does that really leave her as an individual, as a wrestler? Because obviously she has no personality outside of just one of the Bella Twins.
I honestly think the sad part is that when you basically bill people from the beginning of their career as a unit, when one of them is hurt, the other one just falls flat.
Yeah.
And with the Bella Twins, it is very obvious who is better fit for the business. And it's not Brie. And,
for sure.
You know, I also am not a huge Bella fan at all. I, too, have friends who are very, very big fans of them, and I respect their choices. I respect, you know, them having their favorites as well, because I have favorites that not everybody likes. It's just how it is.
Yeah. I mean, if we all like the same people, then it would be very boring.
But I do have to give credit where credit is due, and Nikki has worked her ass off to get where she is.
Yeah. And
that being said...
I do hope that she does have a very speedy recovery and she is at least able to get back into the ring for a little bit longer, because nobody wants to be out with an injury and nobody wants to get hurt.
I think the most sobering thing for me is seeing all of the social media posts now with Nikki and how hard she's working to not only get back into the ring, but to just get her life back.
Yeah,
pretty much. She had not only a career-threatening injury, but any neck injury is potentially life-threatening.
It is. Especially with something as serious as a herniated disc. It doesn't sound like it's very bad, but trust me, it is.
So, you know, all of that being said, we kind of detoured a little bit.
Yeah.
But we obviously wish Nikki all the best. But this Triple Threat Divas title match actually has the potential to steal the show.
Considering how hard those women work, yeah.
Yeah. You show me 3 women that work harder and, you know, I will sell you my oceanfront property in Nevada, because it's just not going to happen. I think the only other woman that I can think of off the top of my head that works as hard as Bayley. And the 4 horsewomen, that's all we can really say about it.
Well, at least now that they're giving them a little bit more room to grow and being able to take more time in their matches, they will no doubt have a lot of time to construct something that is probably as good, if not better, than some of their NXT main events. Like those matches that have been going on with Sasha and Bayley. Holy crap!
Oh my god.
I mean, if it's anything like that, then everybody else can go home.
Yeah. I think when it comes to the 3 of them, obviously I would be happy with any one of them winning.
Pretty much, yeah.
I don't think there's really a disappointing outcome to that as far as where I'm standing, because
I have to agree.
If Charlotte retains, it's going to be underhanded and it's going to be beautiful, and she's going to establish herself as a really, really dominant heel. So that would be great for her. Becky almost has that like underdog kind of vibe where, you know, everybody counts her out, but she always comes back. That, and I have a very soft spot for her and have for many years. So I would love to see the strap on Becky. Mm-hmm. And then there's Sasha. Like, I can't begin to say enough good things about Sasha, her work ethic, you know, the fact that she gets into the ring and every single time she kills it.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, I can't see that match ending in a bad manner. Biased aside, as much as I love Charlotte, I would love to see Sasha win that title.
I think if anybody actually does take the strap off her, it's going to be Sasha.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I would be just as happy if Becky did it because
Oh yeah, sure.
she works her butt off and she truly deserves to have that recognition. You know, they've been building her up to, you know, be this like underdog that everybody wants to win and get excited. It's almost like a reverse Bailey.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I wouldn't be, I certainly would shed no tears of sadness if Becky Lynch won that title.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I honestly will not complain who wins because it's going to be a great match. I mean, even if Rick interjects himself like he's been doing, it's going to be one hell of a match between all three women. Now, with that being said,
Rick just makes everything better.
Well,
I love that crazy bastard.
We are running out of time on our first block, so we are going to close out here, and we are going to start up with another episode / whatever, and we will see you on the other side. So refresh the page on Spreaker and head over there, and we will see you in a moment.